Well, hello fellas. So we're back to MSQing. Off to Thavnair we go. So it's back to Thavnair, and I know were known earlier I would have considered more suitable attire. We have already talked to these guys. Though I have read much on the subject of gadget, and this visit shall be my first. It will be interesting to see how the Hanish mean to contend with the tower, different as their magical and technological disciplines are. Okay, Tankard is eager to set forth for Thavnair bound. I have Krau's instructions in hand. If you are ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by aetheryte. What are of the rest of you? Other sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kryle was of the same mind, and has already secured aid of the good folk of the confluence. We'll take ourselves there. No? The confluence, thou sayest. What's wrong, Urianja? I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Heisheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee, owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moinbrida. I do remember Moinbrida. You don't have to remind me. Rip Moinbrida. Spoilers. Moinbrida was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities on their own rights, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no, it's your choice and yours alone. If it's too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Or Kit? I am not too sure. Since Kite is the generally with an I and not a Y. Oh, it's just right here. Alright. Then we've arrived. What do these fellows have to tell us? Avalbane. I'm researching the Far East Tenkoto. It's a bit of trivia for you. It is made of timber. Is that not absolutely fascinating? My, what a mysterious and exotic land such place must be. Okay. Kikemo. The study of teleportation requires a firm grasp of the fundamentals of either, so I make it a point to study the papers of those who have come before me. I'm currently studying a treatise written by Ejika Tsunjika, truly a luminary of his field. Nice. So here is Kite. Well, now this is a rather lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl of the students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thavnair and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome. Wait, what? Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're in a mess of aether hurling around along the livestream. An inconvenient but uncontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you have never been. For long years we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it! We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything! Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Charlian and the other over in Yedlimad, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Datacenter, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel aether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like you, your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours. Assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the livestream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mrs. Kryle truly knows how to pick 'em. If I might change the subject, are Master Wilson and Mistress Bloewida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Lucky, eh? Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before I change our minds! Please see to your preparations and head outside to the aetheryte plaza. I'll be along shortly. Well, everyone's taking this in stride. Okay, what else? In case you were wondering, the aetheryte still functions like a normal one. It's just been upgraded to allow unattuned travel. I'll see you there shortly. Okay, so Estinian is fine. He doesn't need this, so he's not gonna be coming with us. I shall teleport the tried and trusted way. Good luck! Given my experience with teleportation, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have reservations, but I will trust in Kryle. Though words unsaid yet heavy on my heart, I shall devote mine all to our task in Thavnair. Okay, so let's go, I guess. Oof.
Right, we're all set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
Yep. No, I think it's only 3 of us, actually.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh, would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travellers could line up here, please.
Oh god. I'm worried about this.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Okay.
Oh, and one last thing.
Hmm. Okay.
You might
Drum roll.
experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
A teensy weensy touch. A touch of violent aerial sickness. A touch of violent ethereal sickness. Ah. So off we go to Thavnair. From here to... Oh, that's actually pretty far away. Thank God we have an aetheryte.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Har. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay for a time. Now
Well,
across
I'm
this
on in
vibrant
One Piece.
isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance?
The angel just falls down face.
Against such an insidious foe.
Such an insidious foe. Violent aether sickness.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
Ah, this part is so good.
Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Maybe.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Hmm.
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Priorities. Let's... You might to wheel yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? Here's to hoping. Rip. You there, I need 3 drinks, something that helps with either sickness. By the Manusia, a traveler, greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special emerald acid made with only the finest and freshest ingredients is famed for calming unruled bellies. By way of a warm welcome to Thavnair, I am pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. Not not one, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out will be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. 19,800 gil. That's a reasonable deal, isn't it? So we need to deny. No, it isn't. You're getting robbed. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to... You need to tell me that's so urgent. Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. This merchant is swindling me. Yeah. Sincerest apologize, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassie. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Guess we managed to... Here, a bottle to each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Guess we managed to save some gil. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Alright. Guess we managed that. Let's see. The teensy weensy touch, she says. Not even my hardest night's drinking comes close. Well, she did say a touch, and also a violent aether sickness, didn't she? I think the violent is more important than the touch. Yurianjo. Special Amerlassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients. This emerald flavored lassie is boasted to settle unruly stomachs. Here you go. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee and Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. Ne'er hath teleportation induced such terrible discomfort. 'Twas torturous in its intensity, and I would sooner swim a score miles. Oh, right, for context. I don't think Urianger can swim. It's either he can't swim or he doesn't like water. Something among those lines. I remember that being a point in Shadowbringers. You were in time? Excellent. You've spared us the Taru's wrath. Here you go. Have some lassie. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Yeah, let's have a drink while we settle our bellies. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair! Yes, Estinian now has a ponytail. Hi, I've bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against this hit sort of shedding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The man said it's a Thavnairian weave, though tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. Wait. Well, it could be worse. It actually could be worse. It's only 9,400. A steal, I was told. Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alfino could hold a candle to you. It's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? Are all Danish merchants so unscrupulous? I expected the Azure Dragoon to put up more of a fight. Yeah, I think the first one will be the one. Not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but it does seem a little excessive. I am inclined to agree with thine assessment. It does seem excessively, unusually slow. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Radzatan hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arkasodara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Anish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A bit weird way to say that. Development only aided by the nation's prime location as the waypoint betwixt east and west. All of these had combined to make a trading power of Radzatan. Yet, such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at the gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant does suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye, you have not to lose by learning more. So, are we to seek out Kral's acquaintance? Shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedelmad? Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. There's the lassie. Just a moment. Be thou assured I am quite recovered. Lassie is truly a boon for unruly stomachs. Destinian. Is it truly so amusing to see my hair bound? 'Tis how I used to wear it, a functional fashion. Perhaps you're confused by how you found me following Nidhogg's demise. It had fallen loose after the chirurgeons removed me from my armor and put me to bed. I simply decided to leave it that way for a time, seeing as I would not don the Azure Dragoon's helm again. Okay. That's not why we were surprised though, Estinian. On low tide. His stomach behaving once more, Tancred is ready to get to work. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. Afia, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we will regroup by the aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Actually, I should go attune to it. Now that we're actually free to move around. Okay. So let's attune. And that's done. So we have the pier. But first, let's see if we can find Estinian and all of them. I don't think I'll be able to find them. They may not spawn until we are ready to continue on. Oh, is that actually... What armor is that? Is that the radiant armor? That's actually the radiant armor. Now that I see. Huh, interesting. That's the dome gear if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, spoilers. Well, it's just... I don't think it matters all that much. It's not story related. Okay, crate of fruit. The crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they have been left too long. Oh, Kephiras. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, they're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Narronair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion. But no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us only the gods know. It's a shame not everyone's as brave as you, or foolish. Okay. Jinnalil. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, even though I don't know why bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kalzazel. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalzal a visit. He'll be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind Sails, the Harbor Guild building across the water from here. So there, I suppose. Let's survey the pier. Gazing out from the pier is by boats moored off nearby islands, with the silhouettes of largest seafaring vessels further away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Let's talk to this fella, see what he has to tell us. Not many visit here from other shores anymore. Even Alnair has seen few merchant ships in its docks, and has felt the loss of coin they bring most keenly. Okay. So yeah, business is bad. Pretty much. Kalzal. Let's see what these have to tell us. I take it by appearance that you don't hail from these shores. How fascinating. What do you require of me? Tell me about yourself. Me, my husband and I make our living by selling goods you can. We met on a ship crossing to Limsa when we were but fledgling merchants, and we've been inseparable ever since. We mainly deal in spices and fruits that can be found elsewhere. This island tells a story through its cuisine, and we aim to share it with the world. Why don't you try some yourself? Go on, the journey will be worth it. Okay. Good stuff. And what do you expect me to do? Alright, so cinematic. So let me just get some water. The Dalmascans aren't coming? But we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. But this will be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicraft, medicine, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalzal, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. Nah, sorry dude. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsia, and I'm here to see Kalzal. Yeah, this subdued voice seems to work. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Imagine being this big and then talking so like this. It's not so simple, Kalzal, and besides everyone's on the same boat. Everyone. If foreign vessels won't come to us, why not use our own to deliver the wares to them? Alright. Someone's pissed. So let's see Elephant Boy. What Elephant Boy needs. Or Elephant Dude. Hello. Matsia? Yes, can I help you? I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalzal too? Did you? I'm Mattia, a fisherman of Akiyali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kalzal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. Okay. Matsia regards you nervously. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people? Then, that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me. The portions I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Kalzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead, and show me how it's done? Yeah, I'm a terrible merchant. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. Yeah, I really am a terrible merchant. Okay. You'll do it then? Show me how to deal with customers? I'm in your debt. Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedelmad. I will observe you and learn. Okay. I do know one of them is this fella. I think the last time I did this, I only sold 1 fish. Meaning I'm a terrible merchant. Or a terrible peddler. Well, hello, kind sir. Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remain there for now, but I cannot stay away. Had to come back, continuing my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. It's too risky out here, maybe you ought to move to the city too. There's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? I guess. Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant's host instructions. I hope they deal with it soon, so we can get back to our normal lives. To days where you could earn as much as you gave, and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Speaking of meals, why not have some fresh fish today? Those days will come again before you know it. Till then, stay safe. I guess I'll go with the first one. Fresh fish you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. Go, Matsia, give the men some fish. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is shallow cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. You succeed in making a sale. Yeah, this one was the only one I actually managed to do the last time. But you should make a sale on the first attempt. I've learned a lot already, and I hope to learn more still. Yeah, I hope I can teach you more as well. We're still hoping I can make more sales. Let's see if the dialogue with this fella changed. Fruit that is too ripe cannot be sold. I suppose I have no choice but to make it into chutney in its entirety myself. Well, at least it's food. Darpasa. What does this fella has to tell us? Oh. With the trade routes closed off, merchants are being forced to just sit on their stock. I'm buying what I can from their perishables, but their coin purses are not the only ones who have suffered. Yeah, that chest is actually looks quite nice. Oh, there's one. Here's to hoping I can make it sail. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be of export quality. What do you need so many emerald for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade. With no vessels coming these days, the wares I've beginning pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming from overseas. But not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. I know how you feel. Thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed our little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. Well. Messed that up. What blockade? Never mind, if nothing else you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? I knew it. I wouldn't be able to make a sale. In my working, keeping stock of inventory, I can see exactly how bad business has gotten. It makes me depressed. So let's go to the north. Wow, this seems so slow. Oh. Hey, Matsia, what are you looking? Wait. Better to not mount up, so I don't lose Matsia. I need to sell to keep on going. Oh, here is Yanja. It's a storehouse like any other at first glance, yet in contrast to its scale, there is a distinct lack of activity. Well, you don't say. Pazama. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh gods, my stomach. Well, you certainly need to eat. Either sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. You should take it easier, eat more slowly and savor your food. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like it as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. So I'm working as hard as I can while I still can. The better to be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies. For that I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. How about some fish for your supplies? They're fresh caught. Aye, fish wouldn't be bad. But I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish. Now if you'll excuse me, I must be getting back to work. Well, guess I messed that up as well. Should have went with the second. Too bad we couldn't make a sale, but we did manage to build something of a relationship. Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. Well, that was terrible. Unlike most, I am fortunate to still have work, but there's no guarantee it will last. I need to work as much as I can while I still can. Come, let us return to the pier. I wish to thank you properly for your kind help. Can't you thank me here? Do you really need to go back to the pier? I did say I was a bad merchant, so it's fine. Oh, here's Tankard. Folk here are rather business-minded, for want of a better word, but at least they are welcoming of foreigners. In ordinary times, this harbor must overflow with visitors from all over the world. Maybe. Love who, though? Matsia? or the other fellas. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, but there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kalzal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice. And who should it be but Matsia? Kalzal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsuya, I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I've friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Kalzal. No, not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. So, what do you guys have to tell us? There you are. Gotten over the other sickness, have you? Yeah, a while ago. Mayhap owing to the island's small size, the tower's impact upon the people's lives doth appear more pronounced here than in Eorzea. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? We'll see. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected, discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the fate of their hapless thralls to call forth the lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telophoroi. Helping a struggling fisherman you've only just met to peddle his catch? Yes, you would do something like that. Mayhap owing to... yeah.